team, welcome back to the wonderful world of Waikato Sheds. I'm Glenn from the office here, and I've got Paul, one of our amazing builders, here on site. We're out the back of Cambridge on a rural property. We've got an awesome shed to show today. It's a rural workshop with a lean-to for a car, and it's a bit of a man cave, rumpus as well, but we'll go inside and look at all those specs. But first of all, welcome Paul.
Happy New Year.
Good to see you, mate.
Yeah.
So who's Paul? Tell us all about Paul.
Paul's one of their builders.
One of the best.
Yeah, with his son Stan, who's he's the main builder these days.
You're the sidekick?
I'm just the boy and make lunch. But I've got my other son Sal working with us today too, so he comes and helps us get these jobs out of the ground if they're a little bit more involved. 30 degree is always a bit more manpower needed for the, just the steeper roofs and things like that. But no, this is a good project. The guy's obviously going to build his house up there, dream house, and he's developing this section. So it's coming along good. Yeah.
It's a nice site, hey? It's beautiful. Outlook's really elevated. It's
a different colour, this one too. It's the matte. It's a FlaxPod Matte.
FlaxPod Matte. They were insistent on having it. Even understanding the extra cost. It is an extra cost for the matte colours, because you know how it comes with all the protective sheets on it. So it's a bit more labour intensive, a little bit more to involve. But yeah, it does cost more. The matte colours, but they were in love with the FlaxPod Matte. So that's what we've gone with.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It's going to be actually easier to keep clean than the shiny black, I think, because it doesn't show the marks the same. It still gets dirty, but I think, I like it. It's pretty cool. First one we've done with this. And,
cool, man.
It's good.
So, Paul, you've built for a few years with Waikato Sheds? A couple of years now?
Yep. A few years now.
Tell us about what's that like? What's the experience? What do you love about Waikato Sheds?
Firstly, they're not over-engineered, and, but they're still strong. They're still way, strength by design. They're flexible in what they can do, and I like all the guys actually. They're all, none of them piss me off too much at all. So
honesty, brutal.
And I think pretty competitive price-wise, and they've got great builders too. Great builders.
Your team does an awesome job. Our clients always rap with the finished product and the attention to detail, which is cool. So testimony to Paul and his team. The
main thing we like to do is pretend it's ours, and give it some love. And I'll often say to the clients, what colour are you doing that? And they, we just did that, because I'll see the colour. I say, you need to change that to do that,
Ooh,
So there's little things that, because we've built a few and we know what, and if you've got an eye for a bit of shape and contour, it's and most of them are very thankful for that.
That's good.
We've done heaps, so we know.
Yeah, that's cool.
And you know everything.
You're imparting experience, but that's added value, because you care.
Yeah, we love
about
our
the finished products.
Stan's actually probably more fussy than me with the level.
That's awesome to hear.
Which is good. That's how I trained him, of course.
Interesting for the viewers outside. You're not just a builder. He's got a couple of other interests. And your greatest love would have to be music, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but collecting stamps.
Stamp collecting.
No, actually I don't collect stamps. I collect drum kits and I collect Land Rovers. But I've been playing music all my life as well, so I get the opportunity to play with several different bands around the
which
countryside.
Is cool, eh? Yeah. So if they don't find you building, might find you fodder on a Sunday at the old Gastro pub garden or something like that.
Yep. Or if you need a band for your wedding, birthday.
Oh, here's a plug.
Funerals, divorces.
Bit of heavy metal at your funeral. Nice.
We can cater for anything you like. So just
Fantastic. All right. So should we get back to the broadcast? Talk a little bit about this.
Let's talk a bit more about music.
Let's get back to 0800 Paul on the drums.
Yeah. Just go and have a look inside.
My clients were very specific about what they wanted. You'll notice corrugate. We do a lot of T-rib. You'll see this as corrugate, which is quite cool. Looks really awesome. The clients were very specific. They wanted that to match their future house, because that's obviously going to have quite a bit of corrugate, probably mainly on the roof, I suspect. It's a gabled structure, this, with a lean-to the side. It's going to be really comfortable too, because that's worth pointing out. This being a man cave or a rumpus room, they want to make it really comfy. So we've got double-glazed joinery. There's going to be a sectional door, but it's raking and it's insulated. Yeah, and just some other specs. Bigger bigger gutters and bigger downpipes, and I suppose, that's quite cool when you're future thinking, to avoid a lot of maintenance, getting up on ladders and clearing out gutters. 175 gutters with 100mm downpipes, so we've up-spec'd that too for this site.
Good thing about corrugated is it's actually quite easy to work with for flashings. Like making your flashings up is it's a little easier to cut because you haven't got your high ribs on the T-rib to go up and down. You can sort of flow through it. So it's actually quite easy to make a nice finish with the corrugate.
So they wouldn't be as wide, is that right? The corner flashings wouldn't need to be as wide to fall into those valleys, I suppose.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, but it's just easier to cut because you can flow through it, Whereas the other one, you're going along flat and then you've got to go up.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And it doesn't bother me none because I get Stan to do that.
All right, so we're going to have a little bit of a nosy inside. It's at a stage, what? We've probably got, how many more weeks before this would be sort of finished, you reckon, for?
2 days.
2 days? Yeah, okay.
The windows are in today and...
Garage doors going in.
Okay, for finishing garage doors aren't till Friday.
Friday.
But our work will be pretty much finished this week.
Cool, and today's a Thursday, so it's finished tomorrow.
Yeah.
They power these things out, mate. They're machines. Yeah, so garage doors will go in. They'll look awesome. There's a little bit more joinery around the front, some nice tall windows, some nice feature windows at the front of the gable.
And the barges got to go on yet. We've started putting the barges on, but...
barges up there.
We'll get that on today.
Cool. It's looking good.
And the windows in today. And so, yeah, should be pretty much finished.
Nice.
Waiting for a gutter to be replaced because it was slightly dented in cartage.
All right, so we're having a little nosy. So we're inside now, guys, having a look around at all the specs and the bits and pieces. Awesome joinery, as I was mentioning, nice double-glazed joinery wrapping around here because there's some awesome views up here. It's really elevated, so they're making the most of it in this man cave rumpus room with lots of joinery. We've got a couple of sliders. I was talking about the sectional doors. There's another sectional door over there. Worth pointing out at the end here is it just shows you work in progress. The girts are cut through, to retrofit or to put in the window joinery. We've got 3 down here. These are going to go, you can see the gaps. 2 metres high, I think, here by 600s. Nice tall windows are going to go in. Worth mentioning, Paul can talk a little bit about how that sort of eventuated with the client.
Yeah, initially these windows came without the space on them and they were going to sit on the ground. And it's doable, but you lose the integrity of the strength of the wall because you're cutting out down the bottom. And I mentioned to the client, I said, would you be happy if we lifted them up? And he was all for it. He said, if you think it's going to be stronger, and I think it'll look better outside because it's going to be framed, you can get some cladding under the window more so. But, so City Glass, which are great to deal with, they just supplied us these boards. Shane brought them out this morning, so we fit them ourselves so we can carry on, But just little simple things that make life easier for us to build, and it makes the building stronger. And I don't think you're going to lose any aesthetic value from outside. I think it'll be actually nicer seeing a border around those 3 windows, especially with the 30 degree. It's going to be cool.
Yeah,
be a nice look.
Nice touch. And the client's happy. That's one of the most important things too. So awesome. Shout out to Paul. That's just added value again. Part of the service.
Part of the deal with Waikato sheds.
Yeah, they're going to have a lot of height in here with the 30-degree roof pitch. They can, thinking forward, it's going to be light and airy, but you can put storage up there. They could create their own little future mezzanine or storage and
workshop areas. You can put a mezzanine, a lift for your cars in here. That's the beauty about the higher pitch. You don't have to have a big high building for your walls. You just go steep on your pitch. This is a nice little feature about this sort of style building. You can basically take a wall off and build out, so you can create a cool space. This could be walled off, it could be separate, you can have it all open.
Yeah, I think the client, when I was talking to the client, he is planning to future fill some of this in, whether it's the whole thing, but he'll fill this in and separate it from the rumpus man cave. I believe it'll be a car. You can work on a nice little collectibles car in there. That's the lean-to. Yeah, so gable with the lean-to over here. The whole shed is 138 square metres. So yeah, nice good size shed.
So it's eight this way, 14.5 this way. And
that's it.
And you've got a little lean-to.
Yeah.
Strong though. I mean, these double portals are beautiful. not,
point.
you know, they're not overkill, but they're strong. It's nice.
Yep. All the columns bolted, all those C-sections nicely bolted, no tech screws. So a real bespoke, another great example of a Waikato shed, bespoke, customised to what the client wants. Offered advice along the way from the builders. The clients are wrapped with the progress, and it's almost done.
Another good feature is these knee braces being a smaller size than this, you know. It just gives a nice feel, gives a nice look. They don't need to be as big as that to do the job they're doing, you know. So I like that.
We always try, well, we've sort of, it's rammed in our heads, try to lift that knee brace as high as possible so it doesn't look really, you know, obstructive and you know, big and bulky. So we try to push those up as high as we can in the design process.
It's a good thing. They're not over-engineered. They're not ugly when they come together. Strength by design, and obviously the engineers are happy with the finished product.
The girts are quite narrowed up here. If we look over at the girts, or in a traditional timber home, you know, your nogs, nice strong chunky girts, you know, they match the sort of top hat purlins. You know, some sheds will do little tiny skinny things here that look like rondo battens. These are strong. But these are actually narrowed up a little bit more too in this design too, which is cool for cladding, for lining.
High wind.
High wind zone, it is a high wind zone site, so these are narrowed up. Normally we're at least 1.2. To me, this looks like about 700 or 800 spacing. So, so these are going to be super strong when the client wants. They are going to line the shed. They might even throw a little bit of insulation to make it comfy because of the double glazing and that. And so then they'll line that with ply. So it's going to look grouse. It's going to look a really awesome workshop rumpus.
Yeah, the building inspector was happy this morning, so we're all go.
Awesome, guys. So, hey, look, if you want to, whether you're in the Cambridge area or any part of the rural area in the Waikato, anywhere at all, give us a yell. I'm Glenn, Waikato Sheds. If you want a great shed done right, then, especially by this guy, just give us a yell. You wanted me to just start?
Yeah, just when you're ready.
Okay. 0800, Paul on the drums.
Yeah, just go and have a look inside.
Yeah, cool. Awesome. So you're not filming that?